Hello everybody, this is Jeremy Mateo within the DAW. Welcome back. Today's video is going to be on showing you how to get the best tones using your stock impulse responses that come in your HX Stomp or your Line 6 Helix rack, LT, or floorboard unit. And that is actually a very simple thing. So let's just get started. Now, if you see here, we have a basic tone. I have a Mesa Boogie lead set up, and I'm using a Uber V30, which is basically a Bogner. Let's listen to the tone we get. Let's change the mic. Now I like that, right? It sounds cool, but I feel like it's missing the body that the other sound had. So a really cool thing to do with your Helix to get kind of the best of both worlds is to use both cabinets. So this is really easy, and if you're on the HX Stomp, the best way for you to do this is actually use a dual cabinet. And that's because the HX Stomp only has a limited amount of blocks. But if you have a Helix, like rack, LT, or floor unit, you don't have that same limitation, and it's really easy to use dual cabinets, and it'll give you a little bit extra power. In this case, because we do have that extra power, we're going to utilize it. So we're going to stick with this V30. The next step that I want to do is actually drag it on and make a parallel chain. I'm going to have this set up right here, and this volume is actually going to be compensating for the gain that we're going to get by having two cabinets. So when we have the amp going through both of the cabinets, we're going to turn this on, but for now it's going to be off. The next step is to create a new cabinet. And in this case, we'll choose something different. So we'll go for a Cali Vintage 30. And this one, we're going to go for a Ribbon 121, right? And what I like to do to allow me to do an A/B is I set up a volume pedal and I have it muted. I copy it and paste it down. And this way I can actually A/B between the two. So this is the bottom one, the original Uber. Let's listen to the Cali, the new one. So the next step is we take this out of bypass, and we actually bypass both of these. That's a different tone than we had before, isn't it? Bypass the bottom amp. We get that really nice dark chunky sound. Let's bypass the top amp. We get that nice kind of chunky high-end one. But I feel like this one isn't really sharp enough for me. Yeah, we'll use the 57. So now we can bypass both of these, turn on our little gain compensation. And there we go. We really have a much different sound. And if we want to get this to be even a little more chunky, we can simply bring these mics up closer. And it's really that simple. Now all I need to do is to delete these. I can move this back, and I can actually use an EQ block to kind of give me a better tone. Now you can easily do this same exact thing on the HX Stomp, but if you take a look at this, we're already using 3 blocks. We're using 3 blocks right here. We don't actually have any extra blocks. So that's when using a dual cabinet with a mono instance of a gain plugin would be ideal. Because if you use a stereo instance, the dual cab is actually going to pan it left and right, and that's actually not going to give you a thicker sound. It's going to give you a wider sound, but it's going to be a wide sound of 2 thin sounding amps. And another thing that you could really do is you could bypass the gate right here by using the input section on your HX Stomp. But because we're on a Helix rack, we don't have that same limitation, so we can actually utilize this extra DSP. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like this sound, I will provide this preset that I've created today as a preset patch, and you can find that on our website with the link down below. You can also find a bunch of other impulse response libraries that we've created specifically for the Helix on that link, And actually, you can see all the impulses that we have right now. I believe as of today, I have 58 impulses that I've made, and I think about 20 to 40 of them are up on our site. Anyway, this is German Tao within the DAW. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.